بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين، نبينا وقدوتنا محمد عليه أفضل الصلاة وأزكى التسليم. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما يا رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome to beginning classical Arabic, Wednesday evening, November 24, 2001. And we have a new chapter that we are beginning, inshallah ta'ala. الدرس السادس عشرة. الدرس السادس عشرة, the 16th lesson. We have a conversation here between Al-Mudarris and Muhammad. Teacher and Muhammad. Al-Mudarris says, لمن هذه الأقلام يا محمد. And just from this line, you should be able to notice something strange, and you should be able to discern what this entire lesson is about. لمن هذه الأقلام يا محمد. The observant student will see a discrepancy, something that doesn't make sense. هذه is an ism ishara. Ismul ishara, a demonstrative pronoun for feminine, singular, close by. Masculine singular close by is hada. Feminine singular close is hadihi. However, when we get to the next word to see what the ismul ishara is referring to, what is the demonstrative pronoun referring to? Al-aqlamu, which we know is the broken plural of qalamun. Al-aqlamu, the pens. So the teacher is asking, liman hadhihi al-aqlamu ya Muhammadu. Whose pens are these, Muhammad? Why do we have in Arabic a singular demonstrative pronoun when the noun that it is referring to is plural? The answer to this question, and this is something that is a theme that we see occur multiple times in different situations in Arabic, is that that Arabic distinguishes between aqil and ghayr aqil, both in nouns and in verbs. Aqil, from your aql, your intellect. So we could say, I don't know what's the best translation. I kind of dispute the connotation that some things do not have any intelligence or intellect. We have examples from the Quran and of the Sunnah, right, of different types of creatures or creations interacting with human beings that we would not normally expect. For example, the ants and Surat An-Naml interacting with Sulaiman, or the mountain, Mount Uhud, interacting with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or the trees bending over to shade him, etc., etc. But anyway, this is what it's known as in Arabic grammar, aqil and ghayr aqil. Okay, so aqil refers to people, and ghayr aqil refers to everything else. So pens refer to everything else. One of the distinctions between aqil and ghayr aqil is in asma'ul ishara, demonstrative pronouns. With plural demonstrative pronouns, or I should say with plural nouns that are ghayr aqil, we use singular feminine demonstrative pronouns. Yes, that's right. It would be liman hadha al-qalam in the singular. Yes. Whose pen is this? And if it was plural, it would be لمن هذه الأقلام. The singular feminine demonstrative pronoun is used for a plural غير عاقل subject or noun. And this will happen with verbs too, but we're not there yet. Just notice how this applies to asma, and specifically within asma ul ishara, nouns, demonstrative pronouns. Okay, it also applies to subject pronouns. Muhammad responds, hiya li ya ustadu. Literally in English, we have to translate it as they are mine, plural subject pronoun. But in Arabic, since it's a غير عاقل, we do not say hum li, we say hiya li. And hiya here is feminine singular in form, but it refers to something that is plural and غير عاقل. هي لي يا أستاذ. المدرس says هي جميلة جدا. We see that it follows not just demonstrative pronouns, not just subject pronouns, but also the adjectives that describe them. جميلة, singular feminine form. Describing what? What's beautiful? The أقلام, the pens. وهذه الكتب, okay, we switched it up now. So this was all about the pens up until here. Now, وهذه الكتب, same exact thing. Demonstrative pronoun, singular feminine form, describing a plural غير عاقل noun. Books. وهذه الكتب الجديدة, we have the same exact thing as here. We have an adjective in the singular feminine form, even though the noun right before it is plural. It's in the broken plural. أهي لك, and these new books, are they yours? We have all three parts of speech that we covered previously in the singular feminine form, even though the noun that they refer to is plural. Al-kutubu is the plural of kitabun. Al-kitabu. Al-aqlamu is the plural of qalamu. Qalamun. And we have هذه هي جميلة. هذه الجديدة هي. Yes. Muhammad responds, لا هي لحامد. No, they, in translation, because we do not do this technique in English at all. We keep them in the plural, regardless of whether they're aqil or غير aqil, though we do have a separate subject pronoun, it, and it's an object pronoun as well, and the possessive pronoun. Right? So we have a separate one to denote non-human things. But here, we don't have those features in the Arabic language, but we do something else. We use the singular feminine form for a plurality of غير عاقل nouns. هي لحامد. They are Hamid's. The مدرس follows us up. أين دفاتركم يا إخوان? Where are your notebooks? دفاتر is the plural of دفتر. دفتر, دفاتر, دفاتركم, your notebooks. يا إخوان. Ali responds for the whole group. هي هنا على هذا المكتب. They are here. He uses here for they to represent دفاتر, the plural of دفتر, notebooks. They are here on this maktab, on this desk. And this is a very nice reminder that these nouns, if they are singular, they are still going to be masculine. Right? That they have not changed gender magically. They're not shapeshifters. Right? They haven't changed their pronouns on a whim. But no, this is a linguistic device to help us differentiate between, we could say neuter, or we could say غير عاقل, we could say non-human beings or nouns, whatever you want to categorize it in your head. That we use the singular feminine form not just to refer to singular feminine nouns, but also to refer to plural غير عاقل nouns. Very good. So they're going to show us some examples. تأملي الأمثلة الآتية. تأمل. أمل comes from hope or to wish. تأمل يتأمل means to ponder. تأمل means ponder. I don't know what the masdar of pondersome, or the act of pondering, right? So here we have المفرد and الجمع. المفرد and الجمع. Singular, plural, singular, plural. هذا طالب جديد. طالب is a عاقل, talking about somebody who is a human being, creation. هو من أمريكا. Look at the هو used to correspond to a singular masculine human pronoun. الجمع هؤلاء طلاب جدد هم من أمريكا. You see that these students are new. Look at all the things that changed here. They're showing us here, alif represents aqil, talking about human, and ba represents the opposite, غير عاقل. Right? So the singular is the same. هذا طالب جديد هو. Right? هذا هو. But now let's switch it up to something that's غير عاقل. كتاب. هذا كتاب جديد هو من أمريكا. Easy, same exact thing. But look at the plural. هذه كتب جديدة هي من أمريكا. This is a nice graphical representation, or in a chart, just another way of saying the exact same thing that we just learned in the conversation. Number 2, حول المبتدأ في كل من الجمل الآتية إلى جمع. Transform or convert the mubtada in each of the following sentence to plural. Okay, we have the example, هذا بيت, هذه بيوت. And they're going to spot you the plural just to make it easier for you. So we have هذا نجم, هذه نجوم, هذا درس, هذه دروس, هذا قلم, هذه أقلام, هذا باب, هذه أبواب, هذا نهر, a river, هذه أنهار تجري من تحتها الأنهار, هذا جبل, هذه جبال, هذا كلب, هذه كلاب. This is a very good reference for your broken plurals. هذا بحر, هذه بحار, هذا كتاب. بحر, by the way, is ocean. هذه كتب, هذا حمار, هذه حمر, هذا سرير, هذه سرر. bed. حمار, as you probably remember, is donkey. هذا دفتر, هذه دفاتر. ممنوع من الصرف. Look at how the tanween fell away. دفاتر. هذا مكتب, هذه مكاتب. Look at that. مكاتب also ممنوع من الصرف. هذا فندق, هذه فنادق. This is a hotel. فندق is a hotel. And فنادق, notice how دفاتر, مكاتب, فنادق are all on the same wazn. They're all on the same morphological pattern. They sound the same. A-a-i-u, a-a-i-u. Arabic is a very musical language. دفاتر, مكاتب, فنادق. And so anything on that wazn is going to be ممنوع من الصرف. Oh, we're not done. No, there's more. هذه ساعة. What do we do? What do we change here? All this was هذا. They were masculine in the singular. Now you're getting some that are masculine, feminine even in the singular. How are they going to change? Are they going to become hunna? No, they're going to stay here, right? So, or in this case, هذه. So they're not going to change at all. هذه ساعة. هذه ساعات. Yeah, so you literally can't get it wrong. You say هذه for both. هذه سيارة. هذه سيارات. هذه طائرة. هذه طائرات. Now we're going to go far. ذلك نجم. And they're going to test you here. What would it be? ذلك. What's the feminine of ذلك? تلك. تلك نجوم. And here we go. تلك سيارة. تلك سيارات. Very, very good. أشر إلى الأسماء الآتية باسم إشارة مناسبة. مناسب للقريب. هذا. هذه. هؤلاء. So here they're going to have you mix and match. You're going to have to now, you're going to have to discover. You're going to have to think and figure out which are the nouns that are aqil and which are the nouns that are غير عاقل. Which are the ones that are human and which are the ones that are not human. The ones that are human, they're going to have هذا in the present, هذا in the singular, and هؤلاء in the plural. Whereas the ones that are not human are going to have هذا or هذه in the singular, and it will only have هذه in the plural. And I think that's where we're going to stop there. So you have time to drink in this lesson slowly and work on the previous exercises and practice them and write them in your notebooks, because the next exercise is definitely a step up in difficulty. You're looking ahead. We have another similar exercise, but using the demonstrative pronouns that are for things that are far away. And then we have a nice little chart here that's going to break it down for us, when to use which pronoun for whether it is aqil or غير عاقل, and that is the end of the lesson. So we'll continue and finish inshallah ta'ala lesson 16 next class. وبالله التوفيق. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.